Lament immediately resonated with me. Some of these stories are familiar because they are a part of my story and shared history. Others of them are new, bringing knowledge and insight for the important work of bridge building for which I have committed my life. This is what makes Voices of Lament a classic work that is so important for all of us. In it, we see ourselves, and we also have the opportunity to become students of our sisters. This book is an anthem of the power of Indigenous, Black, Asian, and Latina women, and indeed women of color across the world. It is a gift to each of us and a reminder that we are still here standing, fighting for justice, speaking the truth, and purposing to hope for such a time as this. Our strength and resolve have been initiated by God, inspired by our ancestors, and supported by the women who continue to influence us. This book is for anyone who is broken, longing for justice, and trusting that Jesus is a rock in a weary land. These insights invite you to feast, fellowship, listen, and learn at the table of the marginalized. Hear the powerful words of these women of faith and witness how God leads and uplifts the blameless, no matter how the systemic structures seek to weigh us down. Our cries of lament are also cries of strength and resolve as we continue on the journey of justice. For you to pursue justice, you must first have eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart to understand injustice. This is the work of building bridges. When we come together, willing to learn from one another, we begin to understand how we are interconnected and why we need one another. In this work, we gain strength and unity by embracing our individual and collective stories. That's the deepest gift that this book offers. May we embrace it. To the women of color, I love us. Let us rejoice that Voices of Lament shows our love for us. Natasha Morrison, founder of Be the Bridge and author of Be the Bridge. Acknowledgements. My musings began in summer 2020 and were inspired by the book of expository devotions on Psalm 119. His Testimonies, My Heritage, Women of Color on the Word of God. I contributed to that work, which was edited by Christy Anyabuile. I reflected on it as I spent this unimaginable summer, which included the lingering effects of COVID-19 and the aftermath of George Floyd's murder by the state, reading through the Psalms and the book of Jeremiah. Personally, I was nearly a year into an unexpected move as a Black woman living in Alabama. I was lonely, isolated, and anxious. Yet God and I continued to commune together. He reminded me that He was near and concerned with my struggles. So I thank God and my husband and daughter for persevering through such a difficult time, for cooking and eating well, for cleaning, for schooling and working virtually, for allowing long evening walks, for the days when there was art and music and movies and laughter, and for not quitting when none of those things were present. Months later, we prepared to move back to North Carolina, but our house wasn't ready. Sweet friends created a haven as my husband and I drove through Washington, D.C. on my birthday and during the first insurrection of our lifetime. For nearly 2 months, we were houseless but not homeless because Anne and David made their home available to us. They created a space for being with home-cooked meals and table fellowship, nature walks and geese, games, snowball fights, and opportunities to sit still by the water. It was the best place to write and edit this book, and that's mostly what I did. Thank you. I thank God for Andrea Doring, editorial director of Revell Books, who seriously considered my vision for this project, took time to read and reflect on Psalm 37, and believed in and got behind this project from the very beginning. Throughout the process, our editor, Kelsey Bowen, was a fierce advocate and champion. I am also grateful for the editing team, proofreaders, and fact-checkers who did amazing work to ensure that we spoke the truth with integrity. Thank you, Kristen Cornelia and Linda Washington. The entire Revell team has been a delight to work with. Thank you for centering women of color throughout the process and inviting and supporting Helena Brantley to join us on the journey. I want to thank my prayer team and great community of friends who continue to undergird me and my work. My teammate, Kara, for having my back on many occasions and keeping our writing community informed and accountable. Finally, a special thanks to the contributors.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.